Sorry everyone, the lighting in the airport is horrible. There's windows everywhere. But anyways, flying out to Dallas to see my kids. I'm at Vancouver Airport, British Columbia, Canada. I tried to find the most quiet place so audio won't be so bad. So today we talking about nutrition. The simplest concept of gaining and losing weight is how much you take and how much you expend. Your uptake have to equal to your expenditure for you to maintain the body weight that you have. For you to lose it, you have to take less than what you expend. So it's a simple calculation, really. The people who have a problem with counting calories are, I don't know if it is laziness or not understanding the entire concept, and whatever the reason is, if you don't know how much you are eating, you definitely ain't gonna know how much you're expending. Therefore, the entire equation's out of balance. You're just not contributing to anything for your weight management. To me, I eat about almost 4,000 calories a day. Sometimes I run out of money for buying food because I eat so much, because I'm constantly working with wood, constantly working in the yard. I don't know if you guys were aware, a couple of days ago, my backyard is about an acre. I had to mow the lawn with a broken lawnmower, push lawnmower. One of the wheels broke and I had to push that through for about 3 hours. So I spent quite a bit of energy. Hello, James. So you don't have to exercise for a weight loss. You don't have to starve yourself. As a matter of fact, I don't suggest anybody to go below 1,200 calories a day, because anytime you go below that, you triggering it effect in the brain. It says we are not getting enough calories, so we should store everything that we are taking. You have to remember, everything that the body does, hello Stacy, everything the body does is for survival. So if you're not eating enough, so the body says, you know what, since we are not getting enough nutrients, if we completely lose the food supply, we're gonna be in a shit condition. So we're gonna store everything that we eat. So anything below 1,200 calories a day triggers this mechanism. So you store all the fat you eat. Everything that you eat becomes fat, and then where's the energy comes from your muscles, and that is horrible. And if you look at some older people, I'm talking about 70 and up, you look at their arms, there's almost no muscle left. It's like a string on that bicep brachii. There is nothing left, and the reason is because of this. Body uses protein as a primary source of energy because it doesn't know when it's gonna get its next meal. Tyrone, hello Tyrone. So never below 1,200 calories. That's number one. Number two, everybody is different. Everybody's the system in their body is different. Therefore, you have to, hello Sherry, you have to find what is working for you. My suggestion is to start from 1,200 calories. Okay, we're gonna make 3 major meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which is about 300 calories to 350 calories each. In between, you're gonna consume about 3 different fruits and some nuts if you're not allergic to it. So you get up, the first thing you do is eat a fruit or get some orange juice. You'll probably wake up and have some coffee, and from there, you're gonna have a breakfast. Couple of eggs. Each meal will have its source of fat, protein, and carbohydrate. Now the carbohydrate, simple versus complex carbohydrates. As far as the fat, is no trans fats to medium chain glyceride. Okay, we can say that word today. So like a coconut oil, those are the things that you're gonna have to find out which will work for you. Hello, Freeman. So 3 main meals, 300 to 350 calories, and 3 different food. We have 2 categories when it comes to nutrition. The things that gives you energy, this is carbohydrates, fat, and protein, and the things that are fixing you. So that will be vitamins, minerals, and water. Vitamins and minerals, most of the time, all vitamins you get it out of fruits and vegetables, which is calorically speaking, they're not all that much. But you do need that for a good immune system. There's no sense of you keep supplying energy to a system that is broken. We cannot sustain a good, healthy immune system. So we're gonna get enough calories. They're gonna create a deficit in the caloric intake, so you will expend more energy than you take. They're gonna trigger an instant, preferably no more than 2 pounds a week weight loss. We're gonna eat enough minerals and vitamins, and we're gonna hydrate enough that our immune system gonna be chingon. That means badass in Spanish, because we want our immune system strong to fight whatever we are facing, and also we want our body to the weight that will be optimum for us. Breakfast, people, the researchers in the beginning, they said the egg yolk has too much cholesterol on it. It actually has 70% of the cholesterol for daily uptake, which is quite a bit. But then a couple of years later, they came back and say, you know what? There is so many minerals and vitamins in the egg yolk. The benefits you're gonna get out of it outweighs the cholesterol. And quite frankly, from my perspective, unless you have some kind of a liver issue, your body will regulate your cholesterol. I eat 5 eggs a day, every day at the minimum. There are times I eat 10 eggs and I eat them whole with the yolk and the egg white. My cholesterol is unbelievably beautiful. Triglycerides are a little bit high. Triglyceride, all it is the free-floating fat that's in your blood, that whenever you need energy, it will be readily available. So you're gonna have some protein, you're gonna have some carbs. Now you can do a simple grits, 200 calorie, 150 calorie grits. Trust me, 150 calories of grits is 2 tablespoons almost. It's ridiculously small. You can do some oatmeal if you can eat that. I can't, because it looks like throw up to me and it tasted like poop. I'm like, I can't eat that crap. Carbohydrate, the fat will come from the egg yolk, so you don't even have to worry about that. And if you can stomach it, try to cook it with some kind of a coconut oil, your eggs. Not only it will give you a nice little flavor, but also the medium chain triglycerides. Finally, we said that. What makes them so good is you don't need the insulin to get these into your bloodstream. They use a simple fusion, and they just, from your blood to the cell walls, they go through, and no insulin spikes whatsoever. Is the greatest thing on the planet. Just don't overdo it like I did. So every time you see a coconut, you'll start gagging. What I suggest and what I do is a practice. Anytime I have a full day, if I'm going to be at work from 8 to 5, I will make my lunch the night before, my breakfast night before, because I'm already awake. If something happens, I don't wake up on time, your breakfast is ready, your lunch is ready, you grab it and go. And for dinner, what I do, I have a little crock pot. I will fill it up, put it in the fridge. In the morning before I leave, take it out, plug it in. 8 hours later, your dinner is completely cooked. It's more than likely some kind of a small roast, some chicken, whatever it is. It'll have the meat, the potato for the carbohydrate, and vegetables, which you're done. You're good as gold. So lunch, and then of course the fruit goes without saying. You will need something in between breakfast and lunch. More than likely it'll be an orange, which will boost your immune system like crazy because it got nothing but vitamin C on it. After lunch, between lunch and dinner, you'll have another half a banana or an apple and some nuts. Your dinner when you get home, and right before you go to bed, I would eat some kind of a small fruit, like a date or two, or a couple of almonds. That will give your stomach something to work with, because there's nothing like waking up on a hungry stomach. Sometimes I wake up hungry 3 o'clock in the morning, rush to the kitchen and stuff my face with stuff that I don't even see at times because I'm starving. So you're trying to avoid that. So we hold it between 1200 to 1500 calories, the max a day. Activity level, the more you exercise, the more you stay active, it will expend more energy, therefore your weight loss would be your goal of the weight loss. James, did I alter anything for naked and afraid? Yes, I did, because I rely on a lot of carbohydrates. And when I'm off carbohydrates, I literally start shaking. So I cut out the carbohydrates and mostly loaded on the fats and proteins. Not that it does anything for the challenge, because let's face it, after 3 days, whatever you ate, whatever you stored, is pretty much out. So for you to stay there for 21 days with the stuff that you tried to eat before is nonsense. So as long as you don't overdo anything. There are some people who stop eating 3-4 days prior to the challenge, which to them it works perfectly. I never tried that one, which makes sense, because the last time because you dehydrate so much, your bowel movement stops, and once you start the bowel again, it becomes very painful because it's so dense, it's so dehydrated. I almost gave birth in the airport. It was not fun. In about 45 minutes, moaning and almost crying. So that wasn't fun at all. My suggestion to all, there are a lot of calculators on the internet that you can go find. James, keto state, the ketosis doesn't happen in 3 days. I think it's somewhere between 72 hours and 86, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But ketosis is toxic. The ketones are toxic to your brain. So prolonged exposure to ketosis is not good, because my entire thing is nothing supersedes health. Overall health is the most important thing. So that's how I look at it. Caloric expenditure, how do you find that out? There's a lot of calculators on the internet that you go in. Make sure you get the one, it says activity level. So you search caloric expenditure with activity level. You put your height, weight, age, gender, and activity level. And if you think you are active, put one notch down, because you're not as active as that computer thinks you are. If you are sedentary, put a couch potato in there. We all had the couch potato syndrome at one point in our lives. So, and you're the only one who's seen this. It will give you a caloric expenditure of, let's say, 1800 calories. That's what maintains your weight at the given point. So we will deduct 500-600 calories from there. That's what you're supposed to eat throughout the day for you to lose weight and change the habits. Because without changing the habits, it's really not purposeful per se, productive. if you're gonna lose the weight just to go to a wedding and then gain it back up, I think you're just wasting your time and energy and all your resources for nothing. So we want to lose the weight and then get into the maintenance phase where you continue to maintain that weight, because remember, every 4 or 5 years your body gonna change. But when you were at 35, which is the prime of your life, to 40, your body changes, your caloric needs changes, your activity level changes. Not to mention, if you get injured, something happens, you're not as active, or you can be as active as you used to. So a lot of things changes every year. Therefore, you have to address all of those changes in the maintenance level. Everything is health. There's nothing else really matters. So I'm gonna leave it at that for today. I hope we give some useful information, and you guys have a good day.